How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the most recent pet update. I think that this is a really big update. However, it's currently being overshadowed by the exemplar system. But I think that this update has the potential to really change the way that people build their pets going forward. And I'll be talking more about this towards the end of the video. So let's take a look at the patch notes here and see what it says. So it says that the rate of obtaining talent skills from pet captures has been increased. And just kind of knowing from this game, I didn't expect it to go up by a whole lot. But I was very pleasantly surprised to see that every single pet I was capturing had a talent skill. And I captured a lot of pets today, 46 to be exact. And the reason that I had to catch so many pets today was because of this other update that was made. So if we go over to the system mail and take a look here, what this is basically saying is that we can no longer store warrants in our inventory. And so when I captured my first 5 pets of the day and wanted to capture another 5, when I clicked add from my pet warrants, it basically added them all to the daily captures in the pet sanctuary. And if you take a look here, you'll see that it says that if you're over the 5 daily max warrants, you're not going to get the new ones on reset. And this is how just wanting to catch 5 more pets turned my regular pet catching day into an absolute nightmare. Now, at the start of this video, I mentioned that this update could potentially change the way that people work on leveling their pets. I think that this update is going to cause a great shift in people consuming their pets more often than releasing them as we have been. So previously, if you consumed your pets to upgrade the skills, it took a really long time, and that's why a lot of people went with the releasing route to obtain their skills. However, with this change, the consumption method actually isn't too bad. So let's take a look at some numbers. So let's say we are in KVK, for a month, so 30 days, and we have our 5 daily pet captures. This means that we will at least get 150 0 stars. Now, of course, some of these could be 1 stars, but let's just say they're 0 stars for now. Now, if you're not releasing, it takes 9 0 stars to make 1 1 star. And so that's going to give us 16 1 stars, and we're going to have 6 0 stars left over. Once again, because we're not releasing, it's going to take 9 1 stars to make a 2 star, and that's going to leave us with an extra 7 1 stars. However, if we take into account the fact that we probably will catch some 1 stars along the way, I'll round that up to about 2 2-star skills every 30 days, which is pretty good. Now let's take a look at what else you can do. So let's say you do the same thing where you don't release the 0 stars, but you do release the 1 stars. So we're going to have 16 1 stars that we built from the 150 0 stars. And if we go ahead and release these, I feel that, at least with my luck, if I were to release 16 1 stars, I would get close to about 12 1 stars in my inventory. And with these 12 1 stars, you can definitely build 2 2 stars because you'll need 5 of each. That leaves us with 2 left over, and let's say we caught a few 1 stars along the way. I think that would put us somewhere around 2.5 to 3 2 stars for that month. Now let's say you want to keep releasing, which is very fair. This update definitely makes the releasing method even crazier. However, it is very expensive because you're going to be using a lot of regeneration potions and a lot of pet currency. But let's say you do this. So with 150 0 stars, and the ratio that I've kind of noticed from releasing is like a 3-to-1. So that means that we will obtain 120 0 stars from all of these releases. Now, yes, this seems pretty high, but this is just the ratio that I've noticed for me personally. So that puts us at 24 1 stars. And if we go again with our ratio of about, maybe losing 25%, that means that we'll get 18 1 stars out of this. And if we're looking at 5 1 stars for every 2 star for these, that gives us 3 2-star pets for sure, with 3 1 stars left over. And of course, because we probably are going to catch some 1 stars along the way, this puts us somewhere between 3 to 4 2 stars in that month. So as you can see, the releasing method is pretty crazy. You can get up to 4 2 stars in 1 month. However, the consumption methods really aren't too bad. If you go the really safe route where you don't release them at all, you can get 2 2 stars in 1 month without having to spend any regeneration potions or pet currency. This is a really great option if you need to save up on both. And if you go with the releasing just the 1-star method, you can get 2.5 to 3 2 stars, which is also really good. Now, me personally, I'm getting in a situation where I don't have a lot of pet currency, and so I'm definitely going to have to follow one of the consumption methods. I think I will continue doing the releasing method for as long as I can. The great limiter for the releasing method right now is definitely the skill purchase limit in the shop. And so I'm going to try to make use of that limit. And once I go over, then I'll probably just start consuming the extra pet skills that I get for the week. So after going through this rundown, I'm curious to know which option you're thinking of following. So make sure to let me know down in the comments below. That's going to be it for the video today. I hope you found it helpful. As you can see, this is an update that really benefits everyone, especially people who want to take a more casual approach to pets. There's nothing worse than losing those precious 1-star skills that you've grinded so hard for. And this is really going to help a lot of people obtain 3-star pets that wouldn't have obtained them before. So once again, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.